Hello everyone, this is Dan with BA Schrock Financial Group. Thank you for joining me. Today I wanted to talk all about the Social Security Fairness Act. This act was signed into law this past January and has a massive impact to anyone that was affected by the windfall elimination provision, or what we like to call as WEP, or the government pension offset that has an acronym of GPO. So if you, your spouse, or even your ex-spouse was going to receive or is receiving a pension not covered from Social Security, this is definitely the video for you. Now going back to the basics, what is the WEP and GPO? The windfall elimination provision used to reduce benefits for people who received a pension from work not actually covered by Social Security, even if one paid in the system at other points in careers. So for Ohioans, that can include STRS, SERS, OPERS, OPNF, etc. Now, the government pension offset, though, was a law that either reduced or eliminated spousal/widower benefits for people who received a pension from a job that, again, didn't pay into Social Security. GPO actually lowered the spousal or widower Social Security benefit by 2/3 of the monthly amount of the non-covered pension. Both the WEP and the GPO made a huge difference for retirees when they looked at what their income could be in retirement. The passing of the Social Security Fairness Act repealed both the GPO and the WEP that caused a seismic shift on how retirees who were once affected by the previous provision, how they now look at retirement income. Social Security actually started to pay retroactive benefits and monthly benefits to those who had their benefit affected by either the WEP or the GPO. Beneficiaries who were due a retroactive payment will be paid a one-time payment that's going to be sent to their bank account that's on file with the Social Security Administration, with the retro payments actually dating all the way back to January of 2024. We have many clients that have received both the one-time retro payment and also the new monthly amount from Social Security. Now, if you're unsure if you ever applied for retirement, applied for spousal or survivor benefits, or if you really never applied for retirement due to the WEP, or if you didn't apply for spousal or survivor benefits because of the GPO, you may need to call Social Security and file an application. We've helped kind of a handful of clients figure out, one, if they're eligible for a benefit, and two, if we need to apply to receive that benefit, okay? If you guys don't mind, I want to share a couple real-life examples that kind of played out for our clients because of the WEP and the GPO. So the first example is I had a client who retired from STRS as a teacher in 2018. Now, his whole life he worked as a teacher, so he didn't put into Social Security, okay? And his wife just actually retired from her job last year in 2024 and started receiving Social Security that end. Because of WEP and GPO, in our plan for our client, we never expected him to receive anything from Social Security because he made too much money from the system of STRS that the GPO eliminated any spousal benefit he were to receive. We still applied for it just in case, meaning we never thought this was going to happen, but just in case they repealed it, we applied for it early in 2023, got denied. But because we did that, when they repealed the GPO and WEP, he is now due a retroactive payment of about $22,000, and he went from receiving $0 to about $1,400 a month for the rest of his life from Social Security. Now, as you can tell, that makes a huge difference in their retiree income and what they're going to do with that money, okay? One big thing changed is there's going to be a lot of taxes due on that retro payment, and also their taxes changed from now until the rest of their life due to this new influx of income. What also can change is how we look at using their investments to supplement their retirement income. Not only what he gets from STRS, but now what they both get from Social Security. It's a great problem to have, but that's why it's so important to sit down and kind of develop the financial plan to figure out what's the best case scenario for these certain clients. Now, the other client that was affected by the Social Security Fairness Act was a person who also retired from STRS right around 2016, has been retired for about 10 years. She was never going to be able to claim GPO because her pension was so high, again, like the previous scenario. But unfortunately, her spouse passed away in 2022. She didn't get a bump up in Social Security because of the fact that the GPO kind of eliminated, without a shadow of a doubt, all that benefit from a survivor's perspective, okay? But with this change in the Social Security Fairness Act, she went from making about $300 to $400 a month off of her own benefit to now she's going to make about $2,900 a month for the rest of her life because she is now on that survivor benefit, which was 100% of what her spouse was claiming before he passed away. So that makes a significant difference because she was living off of about $3,500 a month, and now with the windfall, she's going to make right around $6,000 a month, which makes a tremendous difference in her retirement income, okay? These scenarios we just kind of highlighted kind of point out that the Social Security Fairness Act had a major impact on not only those two clients, but every single person we've sat down with who's kind of figured out, hey, this might actually affect me. Okay, what this act really did was highlight how important it is to have a financial plan, okay? Many people will now have some income that may affect their taxes, how they use their investments in retirement, and also what they leave for their legacy, okay? Not only from the one-time payment affecting their taxes, but also that increase in monthly benefit. So if you or someone think they're affected by the Social Security Fairness Act, please reach out to us. This is the best part about our jobs. We like to sit down, develop a financial plan, and say, hey guys, you weren't expecting this income, now you are. What is the plan, or what are some of the things we can now have at our disposal to deal with when it comes to a plan? So you can reach us at 330-473-1060 if you have any questions. Again, we love to help you guys to kind of figure out what's the best case scenario now that the Social Security Fairness Act is in law and has passed. So appreciate you spending time with me. Thank you for spending about 7 minutes, and then I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Thanks.